Hello everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Arrowhead, and I'm back with more Ace Attorney 4, Apollo Justice, whatever you want to call it. Point is, I'm back. Anyway, recap last time. Apollo was out of the job because his boss killed a dude. So basically, he then went to go talk to Phoenix, who apparently had a job for him. At his talent agency, with his daughter, who's a magician. Anywho, she also had a job for us. To go, find the guy who stole her, magic panties. And also someone got killed or something? I don't know. Point is, stuff is happening. And Phoenix got hit by a car, but he's fine. Anyway, there's a weird woman in their office. Here we are. Hey, Lovitz, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. Alright, let's talk to this lady. You. Ah! Wrong one. So, what's your story? You frequent the Kitaki Mansion, yes? Are you a member of their, organization? No, not yet. Not yet? You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. But did we move past the really impressive noodle cart heist? Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, someone stole a noodle cart. Yeah, so much stuff happened last time that I completely forgot. Yeah, someone stole a noodle cart. In addition to that, there was the panties thing, Nick got hit by a car, and I think someone got killed in the park, probably, but I don't know. Either way, we're here with this now. Because of course we are. What the hell is happening, man? Like, what's going on? Thank you for reminding me of that, though. I completely forgot that happened. Oh, man. Someone got rolled at the park entrance. Yeah. There was an old lady trying to climb over the wall. You see, I'm to be married to the boss's son next month. I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. I read that out of order. I'm fucking Yoda on this. Alright, anyway. The boss's son? So, he's a gangster? Yes, but the Kitakis are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, lived a good gangster life. Good? I think you're onto something. Mrs. Kitaki. I like the sound of that. I'm not sure your daddy would much care for that. I feel like Shuichi and Apollo would get along really well, just by virtue of the fact that they're both kind of like trapped by the immense bullshit of other people. Your request. Let me guess, something's been stolen? Your flyer... It says now defending, so I thought... What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me? Maybe you can tell us about what happened? Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand? Or your panties? True, see, that's technically sexual harassment, I think. No. What? I'm not the client, actually. I can't forget when they managed to steal a whole-ass cart without being found out, or at least seen by anyone, especially when it's someone who makes diabetic-fueling noodles. Yeah, those noodles will give you heart problems. They're like made of sodium, basically. They could use those noodles to power batteries. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him. Fiancé? What happened to him, then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park? Oh yeah, so someone did get killed in the park. Yeah, what happened? I haven't been told all the details. But I know a body was found in the park, near the Kitaki Mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol. But I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. And your fiancé was arrested for this? What sort of person is your fiancé? Your fiancé is the Kitaki family's only son, correct? His name is Waki. Waki Kata... Is the joke is that his name is Walkie Talkie? Oh man, if only Firewall was around to tell me about all the puns. Anyway, I'll do noodle recipe. 30% broth, 20% noodle, 50% salt, and 100% reason to remember the name. Yeah, perfect recipe. You know, you joke, I actually would probably eat that. Look, people put salt on things because it's really good. That's what I'll say about that. Might need to turn the game audio up a little bit. Just check the audio, forgot to do that. Alright, there we go. His name's Waki. Waki Kitaki. I brought a photo. You know, love the hair. Interesting that he has a blue Badger shirt on because he's a gangster and not a cop, but yeah. Well, that's quite the photo. I know. Oh, he can be powerful and menacing, but so cute. But if he's the boss's only son, yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. There's some Dragon Ball level naming schemes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, there's I love all the pun names of Ace Attorney. Like how I still think the best localization name of all time is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective. It's perfect. There could be no better name for him than that. I will accept no other contenders for the title of best translation name. Say, I'm a boss already. Of this agency. Right, she's the CEO. Please help my Waki, please. Right. My first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. And then prove he's guilty for like 20 other crimes that he probably did commit. I've prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. Oh, cool. Alright. Letter of request added to the court record. Right. Let's go check out the scene of the crime. Apollo's name is a pun reference? Probably. I mean, there's... Justice, I guess, is like part of the... I'm trying to think, what would the total pun be? Because, like, Justice obviously is a thing for, like, oh, he's a lawyer, so... Justice. Apollo... I'm not sure where the Apollo part comes in. A pal of justice. I don't know. Right. Let's go check out the scene of the crime. No, you're right. Alright. Move to here. June 15th, Kitaki Mansion. So this is it. My first murder crime scene. Because I guess he didn't go to the one at the bar, but yeah. Ah, it's you kids again. Well, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing. We're, investigating. Aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of a... Huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Oh, god damn it. Miss Tiala must have used the Kitaki stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. I feel like I should give him a similar voice to, like, the other guy who looks like him, who I'm guessing is his brother. Oh, hey, his little necklace kind of looks like my hair. Look at it. It's got the curl and everything. Well, I know Apollo's the Greek god, yeah. Okay, of lies and truth, though. That's interesting. Okay. His Japanese name is also a pun meaning shock and astonishment law. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't know a lot about the Japanese names of Ace Attorney. That would be interesting to look into at some point. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. Tell you what, I gave his brother kind of an English accent. I should give this guy an Australian accent. I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. Well, this is the first time I've felt this way with a man. Well, if you're offering... Mr. Gavin? Yep. That was my boss. He's in jail for prison. Ah, Fräulein. Oh, I should give him a German accent. Alright. Ah, Fräulein. What is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? She is like 15. And you're definitely not.
Yes? The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in.
Apparently Apollo's bracelet is what allows him to determine if something's a lie. Okay, yeah, that was, I think, used in, Trial 1 to, like, look at people's tells or whatever to let them, like, let him see that they're lying? I think that's how that works, yeah.
We even have a letter of request.
You must be exhausted standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime.
Ooh, really?
By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Aha, very well. This way, Fräulein.
Wee.
You forgetting someone? Hey, what about me? Oh, here we go. Oh, what the... What? Let's examine this for a moment. So... So oh, hold on, look at that. The menu is ramen, 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 and rice ball. I feel like more of them should have lie detectors in the courtroom. Apparently lie detectors in real life only can detect, like, heart rate. They're not as effective as you would think. Though having an actual, like, truly lie detector would be very good. I agree. Yep, something happened here. Oh no, they killed a statue! What is this, night at the museum? Alright, June 15th, People Park. On that note, enjoy your investigation.
Thank you. When will we see you again?
Ask the wind, Fräulein. I'll be riding on it. I feel like an Australian accent might work better for him. He seems like a very kind of showy guy, but at the same time he speaks German, so like... I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out. Who was that?
Eek! Apollo, look! A corpse!
What? Hey, it's just a mannequin.
Wow, it sure got me.
Might I ask what exactly it is you're doing here? Ah, shit, yeah, it's her.
Oh, it's you.
How did you kids get in here?
Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in.
All this for a noodle stand? Someone killed someone for a noodle stand. Okay, so this is all slowly tying together. Not sure the panties lead into this, but I know I'm guessing the noodle stand getting stolen has something to do with the murder, based on the fact that it's here, and there was also a murder. Which might also mean the person who hit Nick with a car is also related to this. Maybe they were also the killer.
Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in.
Him again. That glamorous fop always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me? We have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? Emma! Man, it's been like 2 years since I, like, saw her in the game, you know? I feel like the noodle thief also stole some random panties to Goon after picking unknowingly accidentally killed someone after finding the cart. Yeah, basically. I guess. I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says that this was written by Alita Tiala. What a name. Thanks. Took you 30 minutes to figure that out? So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. The body was pulling the stand? So, you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Skye. I'm in charge of this crime scene. She doesn't seem that happy about it. He doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case. Oh wait, let's show her the lawyer badge, just see what happens. If you could spare a moment to take a look at this. Can't you see that I'm extremely busy eating... What is that exactly? Like chocolate nuts? Chocolate almonds? I could go for some chocolate almonds right now, actually. What are we talking about? Eating snacks, yes. Man, I'm starting my diabetes arc.
Busy eating snacks, I'd say.
This is going nowhere fast. Okay, well, let's just examine the crime scene. For starters, knife.
Hey there, no messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Investigations ought to be carried out by professionals scientifically.
She's not gonna let us check out the crime scene, is she?
Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious.
I think I know what you mean. Kinda hard not to notice. I'm gonna check out what we came here to find, at least. Yeah, no messing with the crime scene. We need to investigate.
Apollo, look! That stand!
Is it an enemy stand?
It says Eldoon!
I've noticed. Well, we've solved the case of the missing stand, at least. Though the circumstances could stand to be better. Can we talk to her? Detective Sky?
Quiet, please. It's snack time.
Munch, 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 munch. Munch, 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 munch. Munch, 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 munch. I'm surprised it's just a box of salt instead of a full-on crate of it, considering how much it seems to use. Oh no, see, that's just the extra salt. The rest of it just packs the inside of the thing. We're not seeing it because it would be too much for human eyes. I mean, I'd be fine, because I'm an android, but...
We're not making much progress here.
She must not be very busy.
I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years, and they won't give me the position I requested. Then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life.
Yep, that's about Phoenix.
He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney?
Basically, just go talk to Phoenix. Alright, yeah. It's good to see that she still remembers Phoenix. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Right, go here, then go to the hospital. That's the detention center. Clinic, yeah. June 15th, Hickfield Clinic. Ah, you're back. Run into some problems?
Oh, Polly, don't you want to tell Daddy something?
Who? Me? No! I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem?
No, no problem. Actually, I got a defense request.
A defense request? That is a problem.
Huh?
I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me! Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you?
He's doing that on purpose. I know it.
Oh, wait, murder. So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually.
Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime.
Did you know? It's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was?
That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway?
A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this.
You know her?
You could say that. Stick drift. Apparently there are some more strange food places to come, some with more loot implications than others, like this is the DRV3 of Ace Attorney games. That intrigues me. Don't tell me what they are, but I am interested to find out what the hell is gonna happen. Oh man. And I still have like 7 more Ace Attorney games I can play. Wait. Yeah, 7. Including this one. It's a good time to be alive. And hey, maybe they'll make another one someday. Probably, you know, after I've gone through all of these, but you know. So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me.
That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait. Maybe you know that other guy, too.
That other guy?
That shining prince on the motorcycle.
No, I don't actually know what they are, what they look like either. I'm just in the dark as you are. Oh, nice. Alright, yeah. We're all in the dark together. Prince. Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucis. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We were acquaintances after a fashion. Clavier Gavin, rock and roll god incarnate.
Clavier. What a lovely name.
Or Clavier? Let's go Clavier.
Clavier. What a lovely name. He's so dreamy.
What if there's a public poll ranking of all the games? There's definitely at least like a bunch of like... There's probably at least one popularity poll out there. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. And what was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park?
Yeah, that detective woman won't let us.
Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? Oh, I hope it's not what I think it is. I just got reminded that Ghost Trick somehow counts as an Ace Attorney game. Well, it was made by the same guy, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, Ghost Trick was a lot of fun. Just take it to her. It'll be fine. You'll see. I'm guessing it's the fingerprint dusting stuff that we had in Rise from the Ashes. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Alright, back to the office. Oh, I guess Alita's gone. Huh. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh?
Whoa!
You know what this is, You know what this is, Trucy?
I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me.
This is getting more and more suspicious.
Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is.
It should say somewhere on here, like, property of Emma Sky or something. The bottle has a label on it.
Can you read it?
Not a word. Not sure I speak whatever language this is written in.
It's too bad. I guess we're stuck with this mysterious bottle of white powder.
Nah, never mind. Let's see. Apparently Apologist takes the 5th to 6th most popular Ace Attorney spot thanks to Reddit. Literally the same, slightly behind the rank of Ghost Trick. That's interesting, actually. I'm enjoying this, though, yeah. A lot of fun. Hold on, present her with, this. Does this ring any bells? Huh, is that... It couldn't. Where'd you get that? I brought it from the office.
You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes?
I like how they admit the label looks like complete gibberish. Yeah, it's not a bug, it's a feature. It's amazing. The texture's just so low quality we can't see it.
Yeah, sort of. Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Trucy Wright, Felix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice.
Having fun looking at the spoiler-free stuff about this game. There's so many jokes packed into this that I would have missed otherwise. Oh yeah, I think one of the best jokes in the series, if you look it up, is the stepladder and ladder jokes. It's like a running gag across all the games, and it's, yeah, I'd say look it up. Step ladders and ladders. It's amazing. I miss Maya. Alright.
This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories.
What?
If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden.
Alright, examine. For start, alright, what's in the trash can?
There's gotta be a good clue to around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Just realized, who's Trucy's mother? That's the thing. I think she has to be adopted because she can't biologically be Phoenix's kid unless he just, like, had a child we didn't know about across the entire original trilogy. Because she's too old to have been born after it. So, I assume it'll be brought up at some point in the next, like, this game, the next game, at some point. We'll see.
You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look! Look! Another pair of underwear!
Oh my god.
Wow, Apollo! You're a genius at finding panties!
When I die, I want them to, like, have, like, a nice montage of, like, stuff from my life where it's, like, set to sad music. And at the very end of it, it's just me saying that line. I want to horribly confuse everyone at my funeral.
Wow, Apollo!
I am not saying it again.
Stop saying that! Wait, these aren't... They're not mine!
Well, yeah, because we found yours already. I'm holding them in my pocket. Anyway,
could these have been stolen too?
Bloomers added to the court record. Okay, so I now figured out the answer of whether she's adopted, but sweet spoiler spot, so not too big a lore drop, but too small to mention. Alright, don't tell me, because I'm sure I'll find out eventually. Other than that, let's see. Alright, the knife.
It's a knife! A shiv, to be precise. Oh, lingo. The defendant, Waki Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this, there's a handprint on this shiv. A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Right, first choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint? Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one fingerprint there. Those black spots?
Feel so bad, this is your online legacy, the lolly painted detective. Oh my god. Holy shit, that is kind of what I am at the moment. Which sounds way worse than it is. Not that it's particularly good, but, you know, phrasing, I guess. My god. You know, it's a good thing that, for once, that no one actually clips my content. Because if someone just clipped that one thing of, like, me saying that is my legacy, that would be very, very bad for me. Okay. Yeah, anyway.
Those black spots? That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze.
And then we'll send you to prison, where you'll be analyzed.
Right. Let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With a press of A, like this. See? What's A?
How dirty do your hands have to be for your fingerprints to be solid black? You know, it's like, I love drinking ink. So sometimes it gets all over me, and I get covered in ink. I just get splatooned, you know? Oh man. Honestly, this is the one time where I'm happy you're not popular, because holy shit, yeah, that would be pretty bad. That would not be... You know, I'm sure I could beat the allegations, but I don't want there to be allegations in the first place. Oh my god. Anyway.
With a press of A, like this. See? The oil left over by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on, and then blow it off. I'm guessing the 3DS version of this had a thing, or not 3DS, the DS version of this had a thing where you could, like, blow into the mic. People still play this game? I am, at least. Welcome to the stream, Marshall. How you doing? I think the DS version had a thing where you could blow into the mic and blow off the dust normally. Blow? It's like whistling. Juicy, do you really need someone to explain the concept of blowing air out of your mouth? To you? How many headcanons in the Ace Attorney universe? Doing good, by the way. I don't have any particular headcanons, but like... I don't know, I like to imagine Gumshoe's doing pretty well in life. He's just on his own, like... mansion or whatever. He struck it big in the lottery. I hope he's happy. I hope he's happy wherever he is, you know? Gumshoe deserves it. Anyway. It's like whistling, you know? You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use Y and... Wow, amazing!
It's like magic. Brucey, you can blow air out of your mouth. It's not hard.
Isn't it though?
Emma. What?
Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where the fingerprint is, so we're gonna have to really just nail it in there. Just to be sure, you know? The Arid situation is crazy would be every YouTube title at that point. That would be a great idea for like the clip title. Alright. This game feels like a fever dream, I don't know how to feel. Just feel happy, I'm happy. I'm good with this. Alright. Alright. Somewhere in this giant mass of white is the fingerprint. I don't know where, but it's somewhere around here. What if I get an achievement for making the entire screen white? Alright. Somewhere around here is the fingerprint. Did I miss something? Hold on. Do I have to press back or like... Oh, there we go. Why are you dust wasting? Fuck. I have unlimited amounts. My message sent to YouTube hide it. I think I saw it. Oh yeah. I've had canon that Edgeworth's mother died during childbirth. Edgeworth gradually forgot about her whole existence. That would make sense as to why he never at any point talks about his mother. Yeah.
Quite good. Clear. Impressive. Next, to match the print. The police officer's samples so you can tell whose fingerprint this belongs to.
Doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Well, it's probably his, right? Analyze. Match found. So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. Also, I guess another headcanon is that Gumshoe talks with like... He talks like this here, pal. He has like a New York accent, kinda. See? Something like that. I feel like everyone... It's funny about Ace Attorney. I feel like everyone unanimously decided that Gumshoe talks like that, and that Edgeworth talks kind of like this. A very upper class kind of thing. Without ever hearing them speak. I guess they speak in the anime, but aside from that, I just find it really funny that people have just kind of decided on that. Kind of like how with Undertale, like, Papyrus sounds like this, and Sand sounds like this. And that's just kind of what everyone agrees on. All it does for the world's largest fingerprint, yeah. I feel like if someone started sparking, they'd think they were a Dragon Ball character or like a self-destructing android. Like someone just threw water on me or something? Yeah. Trial hasn't even started yet and I'm already losing! Knife added to the court record. Okay, other than that, let's see. Well, there's the menu, I'm curious about that. And this is Mr. Aldoon's noodle stand, obviously. It does say Aldoon in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper lantern looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him what with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right. Congratulations, Apollo. And leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. Wait, solves 3? What? Did we solve? Who hit? Oh, wait, yeah, no, we did. It was the guy at the Maractus Clinic. At least he had the car, at least. I feel like end of Goodbye Despair, Hajime and Apollo would get along. Because they want 0 part in any of this shit. Yeah, they're just trying to live their lives and somehow getting wrapped up in all this nonsense. Let's see, alright, there's the bucket, the tarps, oddly enough. There's the salt, there's the soup. So we can examine this. This mannequin is dressed up like dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was... You think the victim was the noodle stand thief? What, you think someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah. Taking care of business, little Plum Kitaki style. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. Okay, so things to do. We need to go give the panties back to the, Plum. I guess we could talk to her. Okay, yeah, let's talk to Emma a little bit. The report came in late last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was the body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. Wait, I just realized, how far do you think we have to walk in order to get to the noodle stand that far? That is, good question, actually. Hold on, let's look at the map. Okay, so, that's at least a few blocks. Damn, they brought that pretty far. From Aldoon's house all the way to People Park. Why? For what purpose? Alright, so one of those is 5 yards. So, like... That's a lot of yards. I don't know an actual measurement, but that's a lot of yards. Must have been moving. Yeah, they... I hope for their sake some of that was downhill, because god damn, they were not moving that quickly. Okay, shot by pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age, in the great state of Japanifornia. Unless you're a cop, or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Palmaractus. Malpractice? That's pretty great. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Was it updated? Maractus's autopsy report added to the court record. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is... Do I really have to present who it is? Also, she's 15, he's 33. So yeah, there's no way, no way she's his actual daughter. Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks. Noodle stand added to the court record. What sort of person was the victim, anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene. Detective Sky. Apparently there's no confirmed distance from Eldoon's house and Kataki's house, so for all we know, it could have been a 15-mile walk. Certainly could have. That would have been... Imagine bringing this thing 15 miles just to die. Hell, are we even sure the pistol killed him and it wasn't, like, just exhaustion? Could have been. Anyway. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Ooh, were you studying abroad? No, I was studying crime scenes. That's such a stupid joke. Alright. Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs. Just like that. Why didn't you just become an expert in Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but... I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. She's been out of the country for a while. Probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current, state of affairs. I mean, she already said she knew that he quit. Wait, let's see, hold on, can I, how old is Emma at this point? Well, she actually is, like, the same age as Apollo. Huh. He's 24, what? This guy... Alright. He's younger than Apollo? Sure. Why not? Yeah. 33 minus 15 is 18, so unless he had the kid with someone the moment he could, there's no way he could actually... She's biologically related. I mean, yeah, I kind of figured. I think Apollo even said that. Yeah, how the fuck is that guy 24? That can't be right. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? Waki Kitaki.
I don't know if he's the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently. In the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You're a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his, by any chance? Actually, yes, I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Eh? The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's the physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. Apparently it's not a fake age, too. He's just a normal 24-year-old dude. Ugh. Wow. Not gonna lie, I thought he was quite a bit older than that. But, knows what I know about human ages. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah. Though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here? That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me! So, have you met the defendant? This game likes playing fast and loose with the age from the looks of things. I mean, yeah, that's... I feel like that's a lot of games in general where they'll have, like, a height listed for a character or, like, an age listed for a character, but, like, it doesn't really match up, truly. I don't know, just a thought. It's just one of those things where the art of a character can, like... I feel like most characters don't really follow any strict, like, rules with regards to the height or whatever, or the age. They just look like what they look like. Kind of an art style thing. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry, it's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Okay, so basically just go to the detention center. Yeah. And she's not here, so I can't give her back her panties. Which sounds bad out of context. I realize. June 15th, Detention Center Visitors Room. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes! Put in your request, but don't expect anything. Father's talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father. Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die, you! You're the one in your way out! Oh, they're here. Ah! Whoa! This guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron? You're Walkie's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family. Capiche? Actually, I came to speak with your son. Mr. Justice? Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, that wouldn't be good. Capiche?
Yes, sir. I'm all about capiche. Capiche loud and clear.
You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life.
I don't feel so good.
What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more. Not now.
You know, this guy would have a SoundCloud rap career.
I want to go to the clink. I like it here.
You must be Walkie?
Oh, geez, not a G till he does it hard time, bizoy.
Honestly, I cannot tell what voice I should be doing with this guy. So I should give him like a voice crack kind of thing to make him seem more lame. Maybe? I don't know.
You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change.
Silence.
My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy.
Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that.
Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow.
So much for talking to our client.
But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun, at least.
Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial?
Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out.
Walkie looks like Soul from Soul Eater. Oh, he kind of does, yeah. He's got the same sort of vibe. Sure. All right. Next chapter. June 16th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Huh. Mr. Wright's not here today?
He said his old foot injury was acting up.
Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday.
Yes, he smiled when he said he'd be fine as long as you... Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
Yes. Fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning.
Ooh, do some now. I want to see. Or hear.
Huh? Oh, okay.
My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-mantra than a voice training.
Fine, fine, you know what I'm saying? Oh, God. Good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Lucky, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can take it, can't keep it real until they spend some hard time in the pen.
You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Yeah, that'll sink your ship. June 16th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll there, Judge.
Ah, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor?
It's Mr. Gavin's brother, who's younger than me somehow. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got popular. Had to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, eh? I see. Well, to be honest, I was a little concerned. I fear that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, your judge. Wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than the VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strengths of the little boy who bested my brother? It was worth cancelling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking. Is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping here, Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Concerned, Judge, Your Honor, with all due respect, you put up with way too much bullshit to be fearful or concerned. You know what? Completely agree. Honest to God, this man has seen absolutely crazy bullshit. Constantly. We had a ghost in here once. And he just was like, wow. Alright. Achtung, baby. Today we play it my way. I do like this music. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get it up in order to get... Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down. To prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Paul Maractis, director of the Maractis Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant. Right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. Like, if police can arrest and restrain someone who can slam a podium so hard shit starts levitating, I think your fear is the last worrying thing here. It's considered... Well, magic does actually exist in this world. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of crazy stuff in the Ace Attorney universe. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean undeniable? If you were to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. This crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. They saw a life possession and they're only concerned. They've seen several life possessions. Mia went into Maya's body or Pearl's body like at least a couple times during the court proceedings. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Okay, that was pretty cool. I like that. 9. Not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment?
I swear I could see the guitar for a second.
What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractis Clinic? Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh? But what if the defendant specifically requests to do so? As he did this morning. I'm surprised there was an illegally funded Ghostbuster crew. I'm willing to bet that everyone in this universe still says like, oh, ghosts aren't real, even though there have been now several court cases in the universe that have been solved via ghosts. So, you know, people will believe whatever they want. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? Look how tall he is. What is right?
They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. I can't believe I have to convince my defendant that he didn't do it. So, you, son, are the defendant. Lucky, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kitaki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step into jail.
You gotta hand it to him. Waki sure has guts.
It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear the testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. Waki Kitaki's truth. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker! Is that a combination between quack and clacker, or cracker? Someone had to show him what's what. I was at his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. So I gotta go in and get another doctor to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? But you didn't go to his pad. You went to the park. You're saying you were one of the victim's patients? A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I'll tell you one thing. That doc was a whack. That doc was whack. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Waki Kitaki's truth. Okay. Probably need to at least press some of these, but I think... Lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. Get another doc to patch me up again. Went to his pad that night, but he wasn't there. Okay, that's probably the thing I need to check up on. But for now, let's press this. This sounds important. So you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago? For what reason? What you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the Rivalez family. They were rivals, in case you couldn't tell. That's when I pulled the Jack move. By getting shot? And ran into an ambush. He busted a cap right in me. Amazing. Perfect stuff. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting and ran 15 minutes before the appointed time by yourself. So he Leroy Jenkins did. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. Dude, you got shot. So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there? Apparently, he was shot in the heart. And you're too late. Shot in the heart, and he's too late. And he's still alive? I can catch bullets between my teeth. Trucy, shut up. But I never learned how to catch them with my heart. Why do I find that funny, man? What the Alright. Bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying? There's a rabbit in you? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. You can't even take out a stupid bullet. You're not supposed to take them out, I think. Usually. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. Then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though El Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me. Wasn't the doctor's name playing the word malpractice? Yeah, I think I mentioned that earlier. Yeah. Instead of malpractice, it's palmaractus. I gotta go and get another doc to patch me up again. So this bullet is still... You know what? I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing it up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man. Or no accident, that's for shizzle. Seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Waki, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Shut up, Apollo. Back straight. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. Family health checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, bizarre! A relief to hear. What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. Really need Waki's jacket. She looks good. It has a nice sheen to it. It's all sparkly and stuff. No way! That's whacked! That is proof. Your checkup report. Waki's checkup report added to the court record. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Ha 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 ha, laughs in German. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness. Waki sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Ah! You guys saw him too, right? That wasn't like me doing a dream thing again? So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Why is he mewing? My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you refer to the Prophet Society at large, supports a livelihood under which the definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation. Well, once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion is not just dull, per se, but derives from the vagueness inherent in all representations of thought. By which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University. At some cushy Ivy League school? Try University of Texas. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosities for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You ask quite sophisticatedly. You understand that Homo sapiens possess two eyes. Each of these is designed to receive and interpret data, sending images in the form of signals to the... Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be a trip. At night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held... yes, a pistol. It was pointing at the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Was there anyone else in the park at that time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol a witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. 2 rounds were fired. Okay, that's interesting. Wait. Was the guy shot twice? Hold on, let's... Nothing, but I never read the autopsy report. That's Walkie's checkup report. Where's the okay, there we go. Single bullet to the right temple, but... Wait, didn't he just say the guy was shot in the forehead? Also, 1 bullet. The fuck? Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy, why are you staring like that at the witness? That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. The way home from when you saw them. It's probably this, right? Objection! Oh shit, first try. Whew. That's all of it. I think I have a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see, Herr Justice? Huh? Oh, objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Objection! Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Right. Look at this. The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right. A problem. Problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? Oh, I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not of geometrical absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, the deflection of a meter is the wavelength of light emitted by a krypton particle, as we all know. In addition, it is well known fact that the krypton particles are rare and invisible to the naked eye, which points to a basic fallacy in your line of reasoning, namely that what... Mr. Justice! Yes? What is your objection to these, krypton particle things? This is a big time and you're obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me. No! I'm obsessed with something big! I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. And... isn't it? It is, right? Finally! Objection! Ah, fuck. Herr Justice, oh, Herr Justice. Yes? Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago? Phoenix Wright, was it? Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. Jerk. I don't like the way his eyes move. Or the way his face looks. Hey, he had a forehead. Forehead? Wait, that also applies to me. Hey, fuck you, man. Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Fräulein? Me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Eek!" And you, Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? Ah! If the victim turned his head at the last moment, gulp. Oh yes, thank you for jogging my memory. It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required. Why are Nuki's cheeks so sucked in? He's mewing. He's looks maxing. A night at the park too. As soon as I see his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried. With composure, the victim turned in the direction of my voice. A shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. He's got the cheeks. Yeah, he's looks maxing. I see. So you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed. With composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it? Stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple as in the report. That does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Yeah, well, I don't see any obvious holes, at least to me. So, Night in the Park too. Now this I want to at least press, because I don't think we found a pistol at the scene. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? I mean, that's a little unreasonable to ask that. It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time. Doesn't something about that strike you as odd, Apollo? What? The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol, tossed it right away. According to the testimony, that's what happened, yeah. In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find. Find something? Find what? I like that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? At least the testimony's getting a little clearer. She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Left at the crime scene, yeah, but... Any, like, things I can examine on this pistol? No prints, I guess. It was left at the crime scene, it says, so that's probably... I feel like he shouldn't be bringing books to read mid-statement. It feels like he's reading an alibi. Let's see. What would actually work here? Victim turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang out. Alright, let's press this, I guess. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned? Indeed. I would say about the same time to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help? It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step. I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him. Don't say that too loud, Trucy, please. I just realized, why are they allowing a 15-year-old to work alongside Apollo? She's not even a certified lawyer. I guess she counts as legal aid. I mean, they let Maya in the courtroom, and she was only 16 when she started. So I guess she was 18 by the third game, so I guess there's that, but like... legal aids are, you know... I'm not a lawyer, I don't know if that would work. Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly? He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that it was he who did the deed. As you can see, human psychology is tangled in a web indeed. He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked, a common tale, but true. Unfortunately, before I could take further action, are you sure both men were able to hear your voice? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park. And the victim responded to that clarion call. Quite. So you saw a raised pistol. Weren't you frightened? It could be said that we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action. I feel like you shouldn't be bringing books to read mid-statement. Yeah, that would, I'm not sure, I don't think that would ever be allowed in court. That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot. Huh? You're certainly very lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind. He actually looks like he had no idea he was in danger. Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. In the direction of his voice, which only works if he was to the guy's left. I guess if he wasn't, then that wouldn't really be quite right. Why is this guy's jaw so angular? 'Cause, you know, he's just got that jaw. This is wearing Rocky's prints, but the fingerprints on this were wiped. Aww. Left at the crime scene, but this was also left at the crime scene. Let's see. I mean, the panties are still unpresentable evidence. I'd be interested in it, but like, I don't know. I feel like, wouldn't it be funny if that's the thing that clinches the final killer? Like showing that our client is innocent is just the panties? We didn't expect it to be used all trial, and then suddenly it is. Amazing. Shit. What else do we have that would show that? Entry point, right temple, damage to the brain resulting in bullet wound, 10:15, 10:45 p.m. Oh. See, this says 2 shots were fired. We gotta imagine the breakdown starts by showing the underwear off. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna present the pistol just because I think it might be it. Objection! Oh, actually, yeah. Okay. Wait a second. Is Tisk another misleading request? Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse that you can't see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say? A second? Are we intended to wait just that? A single second? A 60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes, 35 seconds, Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor. I might understand that you are objecting to the length of a second. No! Holy shit! Yes, I mean, no! Here, just look at the pistol. I imagine he's just holding like a gun, like he's just pointing it at them, like, yeah, yes, that's a gun. It kind of looks like he would be holding it in this. Like he's just holding up a picture of a gun. When considering all of Phoenix's traits, aren't breakdowns confirming the person is guilty just that you need them to admit it? Sounds like it has some holes in the logic. It's more that their confession would show that our client is completely innocent, so we kind of need them to be mentally broken by that point, so that way we can absolutely know for sure. A common ploy made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran. That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints. Or fire a second shot. Just putting that one out there. Ah, the little girl sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there. Yeah. Maybe. I'm not little. Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fräulein? Huh? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? Oh, but the knife! Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo. Well, Mr. Justice? Would the killer have been wearing gloves? Nope. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained. Like, imagine if someone gets really... Like, imagine if some really sensitive person gets yelled at, has a mental breakdown, and confesses out of fear instead of actually being like them. That would be pretty crazy, to find out, like, one of the confessions was false. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of the prints remained. Which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime. I strongly suggest that this was the weapon he disposed of. That sounds solid to me. Fair there, Forehead? Any of your precious objections? Maybe he ripped off the gloves? Could be, I guess. What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work. You know, I've only just recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. What do you mean, nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said? Huh? Isn't what obvious? When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Waki drop a murderous weapon. That's not the same as being 100% sure of what Waki threw away. You're right. He just confessed because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong. Well, it could be said that I'm quite offended. Well, it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote a love letter that was used by the teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see, and for this the population poem might will be well prefixed to my name. It's just this is just an exercise in creative writing. It's getting weird, yeah. What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Yes.
Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol, then it had to be something else.
At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking. Grr. Wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. You think I'm pretty? No. Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? Is that a sword? I saw one of those in the late night movies last night. Right, a sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints! This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. Indeed. Oh, head for head? You're forgetting two other things you've just proven. That he was at the scene of the crime, and also that he's a motherfucker. Huh? One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Walkie-Talkie. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim. Apollo does not get paid enough for this shit. I don't think he gets paid at all at the moment. He has not been paid yet. Oh! Indeed. Never underestimate a Gavin is the lesson here. This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please. It is always the same with you people. What do you mean, you people? Mark the house on foot. 5 minutes later, his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. What? We need to know their speeds to answer the question, you idiot. Assuming. Yes, that's what I said. Assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are, assuming that my assumption is no better. What? What are you talking about? What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. From shot to call. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Why didn't you chase the killer? Again, Apollo, that would be a little irresponsible if he has no, like, actual combat training or whatever. That would be dangerous. Potentially making himself another victim. I don't think of him as less of a person for not doing that. But this guy is a little sketchy, clearly. He was, as you say, a killer. Of course I could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. Is the testimony earlier not proves the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also now know that there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice? I'd better find a way to take this testimony down quick. Let's see. Didn't leave, okay. Oh. Okay, so we do have a cell phone. Not sure if it's his, but... We already looked at the watch. I mean, the watch strap kind of matches his outfit, but like... 10 minutes later... Huh. Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? I guess not, clearly. It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Also, I thought when you call 911, you normally just kind of say like, oh, someone died, please send like, you know, something, and they'll respond accordingly. Oh, a perfect syllogism. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite. Simply exquisite. He actually looks like he's going to cry. Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could have happened at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Is that all? No one came, nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing. It was late at night. Not odd to think there would be a few people around in the park. So he just stood there watching? Not much to go on there. Lucy, if you've got something to say, by all means, say it. This witness is way too self-assured. There's gotta be a weakness somewhere in his testimony. Could he have prevented the witness from leaving the scene? Probably not. Which way did the killer run? By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from Kitaki Mansion. Acting! Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight. How did he know that's where I was going? Acting! You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor. Ooh, cool answer. Very cool. Nothing strange about how he acted. Trucy looks like she has something to say. I can't find a single problem with that testimony. Had enough at last, Airforehead? Maybe it's time to back off a bit? No. Never. The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? Oh, let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well, you may continue with the cross-examination. Oh. In that case, I'll back off, because I kind of figured it would... I kind of figured that would progress things, because you're not normally supposed to back off. Some of us have glamorous careers if you'd like to go back to this month's Airforehead. They don't have enough to put Waki away yet. Can I back off for now? Sure, let's try that. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. Oh, no! That fucking face, man. It seems we've come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be all. How unfortunate. It seems you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. There you, Herr Forehead. I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Waki Kitaki. Eek! What? Where'd her hat go? Trucy? Nobody move. What's the meaning of this? Who are you? He just says nothing. There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet. Wait, are you one of the Kitakis? The Kitakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? You don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes. What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of... Judge? How did he get in the courtroom? Yeah, what led to this? I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess, 20 minutes. I promise you, you'll regret it. Wait! How did he disappear so fast? What the hell's happening? Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo. Oh, it's probably one of her tricks. The magic thing. But then where'd the guy come from? I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man. Aren't there usually metal detectors on the way to the courtroom? Or guards or something? Yeah? Well, on that cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airhead, your favorite VTuber Android. My next stream will be sometime this week. In fact, it will be Tuesday, because that'll be me playing the new Monster Hunter update with Lagiacrus, or however you pronounce that. And Steve is back too, also. Anyway, everybody, have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And goodbye for now.